What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matt, aka Matozinho, and today, coming at y'all with another episode of the Footy Culture Podcast. Once again, we got the boys on the couch. What up, what up?
And how many times are you gonna introduce me? I'm here almost every week.
What's up? And then we got almost. And then we got cleanup crew.
Wagwan.
Cleaning it up.
But yeah, let's get right into it. I want to talk about Mr. Mohamed Salah. What an unbelievable season he's having so far. I want to ask you guys, is this the best single season by a player since peak Messi and Cristiano?
I mean, look, if we're talking analytics, it's looking like it. Over 40 GA on the
Over
season.
50,
So
I think.
over 50? Ha, even more than that. So you're touching a quarter or mid 100 at that point. And look, I'm not a numbers guy. I'm an eye test guy. Analytics are there for a reason. It's to back up the eye test. But it's something you can't argue with. Numbers aren't made up. They're real stats. So, and he's leading all the charts. So is he having a record season like that? Sure. Is it a Ballon d'Or level season? Sure. Am I happy about it? Not necessarily, because he doesn't fill me with joy when I watch him play. But you know what? Why not? I'm happy for Salah, man. It's great for North African football. But yeah. Did that answer your question?
So you don't get joy watching someone else score goals?
Ricochet goals? Nah.
Ricochet? What do you mean?
Nice goals, man.
Ricochet, tap in, like,
So you're calling him a tap-in merchant?
look, someone's got to put the ball in the back of the net. Am I right? So do I respect Mohamed Salah? Indubitably. He's the top of my respect. If we're talking consistency, he's done it since like 15, 16. So yeah, I respect it. But you know, does he give me that feeling like when you're driving on a highway on a hot summer day, the windows down and the AC is on at the same time? Does he give me that kind of feeling? No, not necessarily. I don't feel like exuberant watching Mo Salah play, but does he meet the criteria of your question? Yes. I'm strictly answering your question. Do I feel joy saying yes to that question? No, but I'm answering it.
Hold on. So you don't like tap-ins? You don't rate tap-ins, I should say?
No.
Am I speaking French? Like, did you not understand what I just said?
Do you know when Messi's like, what was it, 91 goal season?
Don't act like you don't know the number.
He had like 63 tap-in goals.
Where'd you get that
Source?
Search it up. It's fact.
Yeah, but those were like different tap-ins though. Those were tap-ins when they were passing the ball to the whole team. 200 passes and completing it with a tap-in.
Don't change it up. It's a tap-in.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. And I also don't agree with what Jay's saying in terms of filling with joy.
He fills me with joy.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching him play.
I do think like if you watch Liverpool this season, whenever he has the ball, you feel like something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's like pretty much one of the only players in the world this season where I think you can say that. Anytime he picks up the ball, granted, it's probably part of their play style as well in terms of how they always find him in these dangerous spaces. But it feels like every time he gets the ball, he's creating danger. Whether he's cutting it on the left, whether he's making a run in behind and finding a pass. He's been pulling out the Trivelas this season too, right? For a couple of these assists that I've been seeing. And dude, yeah, I think like he's been kind of unlocked now with Szoboszlai and the false nine. Like Salah was looking even more dangerous without that kind of player occupying the nine. So it's gonna be interesting to see like how many he finishes with, right? Like obviously like the Prem is like, you know, a little bit more than halfway done now. You know, Champions League still a long way to go. I think they're still in a couple cups as well. So like, do you guys think he can break like 80?
80 GA?
Yeah. He's at like 51 right now.
No.
So 30 more GA basically until the end of the season.
Yeah.
So what, March, April, May, 3 full months to get 30 GA.
It's 10 a month.
10 goals a month.
That's a lot.
Not 10 goals, 10 goals or assists.
Is he going to be playing every game?
100% he's playing.
Yeah,
every game.
he always plays every game.
It's a lot of games, man.
And it's a lot of games for him to score goals and get assists.
I want to say something about Dominic Szoboszlai because friend of the pod, when I was talking to him, his Hungarian coach said that he wants him to. He sees his future as a 6, and now he's playing as like a false 9.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how that works out. But does he get to 80 plus? No. I could see him getting in the 70s, like low 70s, but 80's high.
I could see 70s for sure. Like we know he's consistent, and like you're saying, 10 GA per month for 3 months. It definitely sounds doable for a player of his caliber, but I don't know, man. It's tough.
It is tough, but like if there's someone who can do it, man, the way he's been playing this season, I think it might just be him, man. They've been scoring a lot of goals too. Like they're pretty ruthless under Slot. I feel like they don't just like score like 1 or 2 goals and like stop. Like they always feel like I feel like they're always going for 3, 4, 5 against some of these teams, right? So it'll be interesting to see, if he can get up to like 80. But I think realistically speaking, he's like Ballon d'Or front runner. Like I don't think another player is even close to him anymore.
If he gets, well, he's probably gonna get the Ballon d'Or. If he gets to 80 plus goal contributions this year, is he the best Premier League player of all time? He has to be now. I don't think it's a debate anymore. If you were gonna say Ronaldo, he had a Ballon d'Or, but Salah might get a Ballon d'Or now. Salah surpasses him if he gets 80 GA. Like that's absolutely insane. He's number 1 all time by the end of this year, and I'm calling it.
I like that bold claim, man. I like bold claims on this show. And you just did that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Henry didn't get a Ballon d'Or.
Some say he should have.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Didn't happen though.
Henry had the streets. Salah, yeah, he gets the title. He gets the d'Or de Ballon. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
All right, let's move on from this. Unless you have something else to say there.
What?
Did you have something else to say there?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, because I want to bring something else up. Okay, go.
I got something else to say. You're saying he wins the Ballon d'Or. You're telling me does that edge himself up to, Messi, Ronaldo realm? Like third place realm in the sense that, in this past decade, it was always like, it's Messi, Ronaldo, and then like Neymar or Suarez. Is Salah in that just touching Messi and Ronaldo realm with this Ballon d'Or win?
I think he might have to, bro. Like we're saying right now, 51 GA could possibly be even 70, 80 by the end of the season. If he adds that CL title, if he adds that league title, because Liverpool are miles away in the head in the Premier League. They dominated the Champions League group stage or whatever. If they win that final, he wins the Prem, he gets the Ballon d'Or. Why not? He's been consistent for as long as Messi and Ronaldo have been consistent pretty much. He has the numbers as well too. Why not? Who else?
Okay, so is Mo Salah the third best player of this generation?
If he has those trophies by the end of the season, yeah.
No!
Why not?
Why?
Come on, man.
Why?
Football's more than just a sheet of paper.
What is it?
It's joy. It's magic. It's inspiring the kids. Like, I will be shocked if maybe 10, 15 years from now, you're going to have players coming out that be like, man, my idol was Salah.
Why would that
Yeah.
shock you?
Nah, that won't happen.
Why?
Probably will, bro. Low key. Like,
No!
Why?
Maybe if you're Egyptian, fair. That's the national
What if you're a Liverpool
hero.
fan?
That's the icon.
What if you're Muslim?
What if you're Scouse?
That's fair. You have your ethnic groups. But in terms of like the overall football landscape, he's not inspiring the youth.
How do you know?
Yeah, he is.
I don't believe it.
You're not the youth. How would you know?
No, I'm making a prediction. I'm making an
Who do you think
assumption.
is loved more? I know this is gonna be like a random ass player, but Declan Rice or Rodri?
What?
Who's liked more in the world of football?
None of the above.
No, there's definitely one. There's one.
Might be
answer here.
Declan.
It's Declan Rice, but who's the better footballer?
Because he's English.
Wait, what?
Yeah, who's the better footballer here?
That's a bad take.
No, it's not. You just listen. Who's the better footballer? You could be loved. You could be loved by more, but you're not the better
Who
footballer.
loves Declan Rice more than Rodri?
He's a likable guy.
He's definitely liked more, but it was just
I
an
don't think so.
example because
he's
you could be
English.
liked more
not
but not be the better player.
That was a bad example.
That's a great example because
Nah.
you're just mad that it's
I think Declan Rice is pretty hated.
he's not
Really?
hated.
No.
Yeah, he gets a lot of hatred on Twitter.
He does still.
I don't see it.
I don't know.
People
see a lot of love.
People call him
But
trash.
All I'm saying is you could be more loved. You could bring joy to football, but you're not the better player, not the better footballer in the end.
Well, I said he's not going to inspire the kids.
But that's not being a better footballer.
Or a
Okay.
smart kid.
I don't think he has the impact, man.
I think he's third.
No, because
No.
look at it like this. Look at it like this. Has he not surpassed Steven Gerrard?
Who? Salah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
realistically,
More
yes.
Premier League titles, same amount of CL. You could get another one. I can't name one Liverpool player that'll say Salah's a better Liverpool player than Gerrard.
Yeah, but that's
I
different.
guarantee no one's saying
It's
that.
different than a player that's currently playing alongside Mohamed Salah to say, yeah, no, Salah's the best of all time. Where you literally have a legend of the game who's retired and passes his football and career. I feel that shows more respect than saying, yeah, my teammate is greater than
I'm
No, I
talking
guess
about the
about time.
fans, not the players.
I see what he's saying. When Salah retires, when fans see that Salah has a 80 GA season, you don't think that they're going to put him ahead of Gerrard?
Nope.
Nope.
Yes,
Yes.
they will. Yes,
What?
they will.
I-
Yes,
Yeah.
You guys
they will.
are
How?
Yes, they will.
won't
But
do
You
who-
it.
guys are so. You guys are so. What's the word again that we use? Like
Delusional?
right now, focused. What's the word?
Recency bias.
Recency bias. You guys are going off because of one season where he gets 80 GA.
One
You think it's been
season.
one
Saying,
season?
Bro, he's been doing
Okay,
over
you
30
know who
GA for
Gerrard
the
is?
past
You know
like
who
7
Gerrard is?
Who's
seasons.
Gerrard?
You know
No, no.
who
Who's
Gerrard
Gerrard?
Who
Who's
is he?
Gerrard? Who's Gerrard?
He's the legend of
When did-
Liverpool.
Why?
When did he win the league?
Why is he a legend?
I don't know. I'm not a Liverpool fan.
Oh, why is he a legend?
Because he
I'm a Liverpool
inspired the
fan. He's
kids.
inspired kids. What are you talking about? He's one of the best midfielders in England of all
Gerrard
time.
has a comparison in Lampard from another team. What comparison does Salah have right now in the Premier League in the last 5 years?
I mean, not 5 years, but Hazard was one that was getting thrown around a lot.
Of course.
Is Hazard better than Gerrard?
And is Hazard better than than Salah in all time pretty much because they both had their primes in the Premier League.
We had this
Some,
debate.
some people think so, others
But it's
don't.
not.
Yeah. People think so. It is a debate.
No, because people think that he's better because he brought more joy. Is he actually a better footballer? No.
Who talking about?
Hazard versus
So you're saying Salah?
Salah, of course.
Okay, so exactly Salah versus Hazard, Lampard versus Gerrard. Like when you look at it, legends both playing the same position. You know, Salah and Hazard were also in their primes, kind of playing the same style of football, same kind of positions. But will they say Salah? So will they say Lampard over Hazard or Hazard over Lampard?
They're gonna say Lampard over Hazard. I would say.
No, man.
I don't know. A lot of people say Hazard over Lampard nowadays. The next gen.
Nah,
The new generation would say Hazard over Lampard.
We need. I
Yes.
don't know.
You
What,
know
I don't know
us,
when the
man.
last time I've seen a video of someone asking on the streets of Liverpool, saying Lampard, saying Gerrard over Salah. Because if you were to ask people,
Salah versus Gerrard.
no, like who's the bigger Liverpool like legend?
I can.
I think 100% of
guarantee
fans
you.
will
I
say
think it's
Gerrard.
Because
I would
Salah's
put
still
my
playing.
money on it.
Okay, once Salah leaves, you will then see. Who
You guys are going
is-
off because he had 180, and this is
He
we're
has a
calling
CL.
180.
He's
won?
gonna have 2 league titles.
Okay.
Gerrard has 1 CL and 0 league
And guess
titles.
what? He doesn't need that. He's still
You
the
want-
legend of Liverpool.
You wanna bet?
And he doesn't have that.
Yeah,
How
but when
crazy
it's
is
all
that?
said and done,
It'll be
it's gonna be
Stevie G.
Salah over
It won't.
Stevie.
No, it's the kid from Liverpool.
That doesn't
man.
matter, bro.
Yes,
Yes,
it does.
does.
Yes, it
You guys
does.
don't care about impact, man.
You don't think what Salah's doing is impact,
But Gerrard inspired the kids.
but that's your generation more so
not,
than
not
Salah
even.
is.
Yeah,
More so than
because
Salah.
That's the gen before.
No,
Even
man.
more so than Salah.
Man, you're putting too nah.
What do you know about kids?
What do you know?
I don't. That's why I'm not talking
I'm
about
making
them.
yes, you are.
No, you are.
You just
You-
said.
you just
guys
said
are
the
all
kid.
saying. We're all making speculations right now.
we see players now playing like Curtis Jones, for example. He's gonna obviously say, my icon growing up as a Liverpool fan, coming out of the academy, is gonna be Gerrard. So,
Curtis Jones said Hazard's better than Salah.
okay, now look at the
That's
kids. Look at the
Stevie.
kids.
That's a
Come,
friend of
look
the
at the
pod.
kids.
One
in the-
anecdote. Whoa.
Friend of
Look
the
at
pod, though.
Look at the kids in the academies now playing in Liverpool, or the young kids who are looking up to like Premier League footballers now. Who are you looking up
They're
to?
probably looking up to KDB.
Okay. I can't even fucking
KDB
play a
plays
full
like
game.
Like we're saying, probablys. We don't know.
Yeah, we really
Okay,
We don't
but-
know.
We're also saying probably
This is
about
a-
Salah 80 Like, that's what you guys are saying.
That's very possible.
It's
though.
probable.
And it's also very possible that Gerrard's a bigger legend than Salah.
It's also very
think so.
possible.
But it's also very possible that one's done their career and one still isn't finished.
Yeah, the only reason why Gerrard is at this point bigger than Salah is because he's English, academy player, probably played so many years there his full career, whereas Salah kind of had like the end of his career more or less
No,
in Liverpool.
His prime.
He played for Chelsea, he played for Basel, he played all over Italy. Like
Roma,
he didn't
yeah.
have like 20 years at Liverpool. Right? I feel like if Salah like came to the academy, came through, was playing at Liverpool since like 2010, then no doubt.
He doesn't
would
need
be-
that.
You do though a little
yes,
bit.
you do.
And a little bit it's gonna
Yes,
come
you
down to English
do.
tax, right? And that's
Also-
it's not because it's because like Salah is definitely a better player than Gerrard, more impactful, better resume. But I think at the end of the day, especially like when you're, if you're an English player playing for an English club, or if you're an Italian player playing for an Italian club, that's always gonna kind of sit closer to a fan than like a foreign player going nuts for your club.
Okay, but how
That's
is
just
it
how
that
it
how
is.
is it that a player like Salah, who clearly, like you mentioned, didn't play the years that Gerrard has, literally, I think I saw here 290 games versus 504 in the Premier League only
Yeah.
the Prem games, almost double, right? Has more goals than him,
He's a
10,
forward.
10, 10, go, 10, 10 less assists. So 10 less assists in half the amount of games.
Gerrard was playing with scrubs.
Okay, Salah's the one that's
we know-
creating all the work compared to what he's been dealing with.
Salah was playing with Bobby and Mane.
Yeah, man, Bobby and Mane.
No, no.
World class
We're
players.
not debating.
Torres or
One
Bobby.
good year of
Torres or
Torres.
Bobby.
Bobby was nasty.
Bobby for Liverpool? Bobby.
Bobby.
What about Luis Suarez? Didn't
Luis
Gerrard play
Suarez.
with him?
What?
Didn't
Yeah.
Gerrard play with Suarez?
Yes.
Yeah,
And,
like 2
and
seasons.
Fowler.
Yeah.
Sterling?
Yeah.
All
He's had
You're
good
talking about
players.
an 18-year-old Sterling.
No, but Gerrard had ballers. Not to say that Salah didn't have ballers next to him, but I'm pretty sure Gerrard had a big number of ballers he played with in the league, and I feel like Salah's doing more work carrying the team that he has than what Gerrard did with the team he had.
Gerrard won the Champions League with scrubs.
Who did Salah have?
Mane, Firmino,
Van Dijk.
Where are
Van
those guys?
Dijk,
Where are those guys now?
Allison. World 11 players. The guys Gerrard was playing with? Steve Finnan, Jimmy Traore, Jamie Carragher, Dimitar Harmon. Who?
Dirk Kuyt.
I don't know these guys.
Dirk Kuyt was a-
He didn't win the Champions League with Dirk Kuyt.
He wasn't there.
No,
Yeah,
not
That
yet.
was after. Man.
Oh,
Like we know the stats, and we obviously all favor Salah 100%. He's the best probably output all in out for Liverpool. But I want to kind of give you an example or a correlation outside of football, basketball. Toronto Raptors. We're from Toronto. Kawhi Leonard had one amazing season here in Toronto. He won us the chip. That's all you want, right? As a player, as a team. A lot of people saying that he's probably the best Toronto Raptors player of all time. But realistically, is he?
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry, who we obviously brought in here and he's been here for longevity, also won the chip with him. Would
we?
you say
Did we win
as
the
a
chip with
Toronto?
Lowry? Yeah, we did.
Come on, bro. Do you think people are gonna say they'd rather say Lowry's a bigger star for Toronto Raptors?
No.
Or Kawhi Lowry's a bigger star for Toronto
Kawhi
Raptors?
Leonard.
don't use the word star. It's legend. Legend is different than star.
Legend, same thing.
No, because if you're
Yeah,
going,
legend is the same
no,
thing.
if
Yes,
you're
it is.
it's not,
if
bro.
you're saying star, then that's the best player that's ever played for your team. That's
Legend.
Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, legend.
Legend is obviously Lowry.
Okay,
But I'm
so
talking-
then
we're
wouldn't
talking
that
about-
not be the same thing?
Okay, no, man. You're talking about a player.
We're
who
talking
literally-
Liverpool.
No. You're
No.
talking about a player in Kawhi Leonard who came in for a season, won the championship, and left. He literally just shows that.
That's outcome, no?
Yeah, but you don't. You
Salah's
can't.
outcome, no?
Okay, man. Salah wasn't there for
We're
one
talking
season.
about we're
Stop.
talking about
Stop.
we're
That's the
talking
worst
about-
comparison ever.
We're
man.
talking about Gerrard being there for his
Stop
whole
comparison
entire
ever.
season.
No, I
His
see what
whole
you're saying.
entire,
I see what you're
gener-
saying. You're saying
career.
you're saying like, okay, one player is the bigger legend than the other, but Salah's career is not over. Like he's gonna be there. He's been there for what?
he's not
He's
gonna
almost
be-
there for 7 years, 8 years now.
Yeah, but again,
He could get
Gerrard
reach 10.
is there his whole career. You guys don't understand that.
Doesn't
That has
matter.
a huge output.
He has 0 league titles, and the one league
That's
title that they could have won, he
okay.
lost them it.
Okay,
Okay,
so
and guess
doesn't
what?
that show that even despite that, he's still the GOAT
Exactly.
Liverpool player?
For now.
He didn't even need to win a title.
For now,
He didn't have to win a title in 20 years.
for now, until
Okay.
Salah retires.
Okay, for now, then I'm done talking about it. Next topic.
No, exactly. It's true
Next
though.
topic.
It's true though. Because how long until like once you can say it now, but when Salah retires, the conversation's over.
Nah. that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's,
Be
it's
undisputed
literally
Liverpool
all.
legend.
The only people that are choosing Gerrard right now is because he's retired and was a legend when the Liverpool started growing as a club. Yeah, he was there from when it was tough. Started growing at the club as a young boy. Sure, he's the legend. Once Salah retires, it's game over. It's literally game over.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Literally game over.
Okay, I
I
have
disagree.
one more thing on the Premier League. So I saw this thing of a standings, but with VAR getting everything correct. So if VAR actually got everything correct, this would be the actual league table. Do you guys want to guess who's in
Question first
top 3?
before you start.
Sure.
What
go
do you
ahead.
mean by correct? Like in terms of correct in like
So obviously we've seen.
because from what I would think as like of someone like if I did this thing right now this readjustments of the league, it would be off of my bias of what I think was right and wrong.
Yeah.
So how do we know what
Well,
is right and what is wrong, and if it was
we've seen stuff on Twitter saying, "Oh, this is like blatantly wrong." We've seen stuff that I can't like pick it off my top
There's
of my
calls every week in the Prem, which just go a loop.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like pretty blatant that it's either like very wrong or like on the edge. But I'm pretty sure these are the like very wrong. You could tell that they're just wrong. Do you guys want to guess the top 3? even though you looked.
won't get it.
Based off of what I hear on Twitter and what these fans say about how the refs always do their club dirty, number one has to be Arsenal.
Correct.
Two, I'm gonna say Liverpool.
Yep.
Three, I'm gonna say Chelsea.
United.
Nope. So third is actually Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth
Okay.
would be third, and then Nottingham Forest would be fourth.
Interesting.
So it's kind of crazy that you see that, because I mean you can't do anything to change it. But
what's the difference in points?
points?
Is it like as different as it is in the Prem right now?
So it would be Arsenal on 60, Liverpool on 59,
Okay.
Bournemouth on 48, Nottingham on 47, City on 42.
So it's
Damn.
a lot less close, I guess.
Yeah. Besides the top two.
Yeah.
The top two would be very close, but
Sounds like it was made by an Arsenal fan.
it could have been. Like honestly, I thought I saw that, and I thought it was kind of interesting to see that how is like VAR actually a good thing? Like,
100%, it's a good thing.
but it gets so
It's
many.
just
things
who's
wrong.
enforcing it. And
Those calls are just subjective.
Now there's also the argument that it could be made. What if VAR wasn't in the league? How would the standings look then?
And the table would look even crazier.
It would look different
Would Liverpool probably still be in first?
Probably.
because there's gonna be calls. Obviously, the ref call that are wrong that you're not going to VAR.
Yeah, offsides.
Yeah.
You know.
I saw something that this is like the least amount that we've ever seen offside. I feel like teams are not using that offside trap besides Barca, that offside trap as much as they ever did. So there's a lot
It's
less
too risky, man.
offsides now because
There's cameras everywhere.
cameras.
It's guys in a war room just watching your every movement.
Yeah.
anyways, let's take it over to Italy this time. I want to talk about a certain club. Is Como the coolest club to play for in world football right now?
Look, I'm gonna answer your question right now. Hell yeah. Location. You know, you got the beautiful north of Italy by the water. You know, beautiful stadia that's right on the water as well. It's like your living experience. Yeah, automatically it's cool to play there. The kits, they're pretty cool. Very nice uniform. You're gonna feel drippy wearing them. I like it. You got a cool young gaffer. That's a footy legend. Cesc Fabregas, wore number 4.
Isoler.
Yeah, he's one of the reasons like number 4 is one of my favorite footy numbers. So
Damn.
he's a legend in that sense. You know, young team with some old vets that, you know, it's a good mix. And you got young ballers turning up. You got a man like Nico Paz, Real Madrid reject.
Yeah, he's a talent.
He's on loan, or I
And he's doing his
Yeah.
thing. Never fall in love with a lone player, but I'm falling in love, man.
think
it's-
all Como fans are, man.
It's good stuff. And, you know, they may not be high in the Serie A standings, but, you know, it's a project. It's basically a new football club in a sense. It reminds me kind of like a Monaco. It's like a, you know, by the water rich kind of club. You know, it has that like ambient energy that kind of fills you with this fire, but more ice because they got those nice icy blue uniforms. So it's pretty cool, man. I would say, you know, if I was a player, young player too, you know, get Serie A experience, play with a young gaffer, man, I'm going to Como, Lake Como.
Yeah, it's a team filled with I would say rejects and young players. Like they got Sergio Roberto, Cutrone,
Alberto Moreno, I think, is there too.
Yeah.
Alberto Moreno. Like they just got a bunch of rejects, and then they have their handful of youth talent. They have I forgot the 19-year-old kid,
Diao,
Diao,
baller.
and then the Madrid player that's 20 years old. So they got two ballers that are just playing week in, week out, every week to gain the game time that they need. And they're balling out. Cesc Fabregas has a good system in place. You know, nothing. They're balling out.
Yeah.
They're balling out. They got money to spend. I'm pretty sure they spent the most money of any Serie A team this last window that just passed.
Yeah, I think,
who's
they got
backing them?
I think they got American owners. I think, which is always good. Like
It's either
to have
American or
that kind of
Greek.
outside money to kind of pump into the club. But I definitely think it's, if they do it right, I think they can be that kind of next Monaco, where Monaco kind of really just kind of came out of nowhere in terms of coming back into Liga, and then all of a sudden they're like a Champions League team every year. I think like with a team like Como, especially if you have that backing and you have these young talents that are going to play there, if they sneak into like a Conference League spot one year, I know in City that's tough because they have like those 7 or 8 teams that are always like constantly pretty solid. But if they can sneak into Europe once, then I think that it can kind of be that leapfrog that they need to kind of like be like a relevant club in Serie A, like steady. Because I think they have like that pull in terms of, like you said, the destination. people want to go there. People probably want to go there and watch too. Like, especially if you're putting a good product in the field. I think I saw a quote from Fabregas that said this too. He's like, we want to make sure that like we're putting on a good product for fans to watch. Because if you're if you're someone who's traveling through Italy, you're in Como, it's a destination. You go to watch a game, that could be like your one chance to like really impress that fan and kind of really increase that fandom if you're playing good football. If you're going and you're just parking it, right, it's not going to really be a good experience as like a fan. So I think that's what Fabregas was saying. He said like we want to make sure we're playing good football, attacking football, like exciting stuff. So that way, as these tourists are coming and watching, we become like a reason to come to Como, which is pretty cool, I think.
I mean, it's an attractive destination, man. It's a Lake Bloody Como. And to couple on that, I did see Cesc Fabregas say, man, he's like, you know, when you're up 1-0 late in a game and I see, you know, coaches throw a defender on to try to defend more and like save the game, he's like, like that disgusts him. He's like, you just lost all your midfield control like that. Like, you know, maybe sacrificing a forward or a midfielder to put another defender on. So he's pure attacking prowess. He doesn't care about, you know, if we're up, we're throwing a defender on to save the game and make sure we don't get scored on. No, you lose the game by not controlling the ball. So keep your midfielders on. Keep your forwards on who are going to penetrate the goal.
So what's it going to take for Como to be truly competitive in Serie A?
Yeah, I was about to say the
It's
same
going to
thing.
take a cheeky big acquisition. Like someone, maybe they're on the cusp of retirement, but they still got legs in them. That, you know, they don't want to go to Saudi or MLS. They might want to stay in one of the top leagues, but they want to chill a bit. You go to Como.
So someone like a Griezmann maybe?
Yeah.
He's got the vibe.
Yeah.
Even like a De Bruyne too.
He's going to San Diego FC.
Never mind.
Salah.
For me, for them to become a big team, I think they got to hold on to Fabregas, first of all. That's going to be the main thing because he's a talented manager. He's going to get picked up by a big team eventually. That'd be step one. Step two is somehow keep investing in youth talent that somehow thrive. They're so far their scouts have been good, bringing young players, and then third off would be bringing someone with talent, an older player.
Names, yeah.
If you could bring in one that would kind of lead the team to maybe even a top 8 finish. Hey, if they could do those 3 things, though, they'll be a good team moving forward. Hundos.
You think they could be in a Champions League final within 10 years?
Champions League. I don't even know if they'll...
I don't even see that teams can't even make it out of their group stage. But
Maybe they'll change that.
Maybe if some oil prince decides to invest in them, then maybe, but nah, no chance. bro.
Nah,
It's
keep
tough.
it with the Italian vino, man, and the olive oil. Never mind the Saudi princes, man. Keep,
And no Champions League final for
keep
them.
the
then.
team Italian, man.
yeah, it'll be cool, but I don't know. I doubt it. Like, if they make it into Champions League, it could be a cool story. But
Dude, I seen Monaco in the final in 04.
yeah,
You saw them?
are you sure?
How old are you?
4.
You were not
5.
watching, little bro.
Played against Porto.
You were not watching, little bro. But anyway, speaking about Italian teams, I want to talk about the bounce back of the week. Man like Ademola Lookman. Brace and man of the match performance after the midweek slander from gaffer Gasparini. So my question is, should more managers call out their players in this kind of fashion to motivate their players or not?
No.
Look, I'm going to answer your question right now. You might not like my answer, but here's how I'm going to go about it. It takes a certain mentality to bounce back like Lookman did. A lot of players are soft. This is 2025. It's the TikTok era. Soft players. Not every player is going to react like that. A lot will probably cry and demand a transfer right away. My coach doesn't like me. But, you know, something that is important, the fans backed Ademola. They held up a banner at the train now. And they're like, Mola. That's their nickname.
That
for him.
surprised me, bro.
Yeah, it's a
Like a player like him to get that kind of support in Italy.
Let's not go into details, but listen between the lines. But they backed him. They're like, Mola, like, we believe in you. Do your thing. So, and man, remember, this is the guy that scored a hat trick in the Europa League final, their first European trophy. The fans better back him. You're never gonna have that happen again.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm glad Gasparini, he's a very thick-willed manager. You know, no BS with him. He has a history of players just dip me out on him. Look at Papu Gomez. Like, you're saying you want these gaffers to be hard on them? Look what happened. Papu Gomez, once the pride of Napoli, couldn't take the beating from Gasparini, the mental beating. He was bashing him. Who else? Ilicic. Didn't he have depression?
That was because his wife, cheated on him.
But hey, I'm sure Gasparini in training isn't helping with his stern attitude.
Because
So,
he's probably making some crazy comments in training, bro.
right? So it's like
man.
It was me.
Yeah, he's probably making some crazy.
it's another guy.
Weak-minded.
Oh, and who else? Turkish defender Demiral. Yeah, he said on Twitter once that, like, yeah, that's Gasparini. He's hard, man. Like, I had to get out of there. It's hard, man. There was another guy too, fullback. What's his name? Not Hatabor, the other one.
Gosens.
Yeah, Gosens. Gosen had to get out of there too.
Yeah, he did
Gasparini
too.
was too much. So it doesn't work for everyone. Gasparini is an old, stern, in his ways manager. So do I think managers should bash their players? I know I went on a bit of tangent, so I'm going to answer your question now, finally. No.
It sounded like you're kind of pro bash, like from the start
But
there.
no, gaffers have to believe in their players. You have to believe. You want your players to do the best for you. Put that trust into them. Make them feel like your son. Would Ronaldo make it to the top level if Sir Alex Ferguson didn't treat him like his son growing up? No. Man, sometimes all it takes is that gaffer who believes in you. Look, I wouldn't blame Ademola Lookman for wanting to cut. I wouldn't blame him. So I respect, his stern attitude to be like, nah, I'm gonna prove my gaffer wrong. The fans love me. Let me give him my respect.
So who do you guys think is a manager that has like a 99% belief rate between his players?
Carlo.
You think Ancelotti?
Yeah. That's
That's
all
a
he
good
is.
shout.
Yeah, I feel like he never really calls his players out.
I would say Cholo Simeone.
No, he's calling all his players though.
Yeah,
Not in
but
public,
the
though.
players rate him though.
Yeah.
They'll run through a wall for him.
See, the thing is, Atalanta, they do rate Gasparini. Like they'll run through a wall for him as well. Like obviously that there's some players that are a little bit weaker than others that can't take it. Like a Darun, for example. Like he'll do anything for Gasparini, or like Jim City, or like literally Toloy, like all those.
Yeah, Toloy, we
all those
saw him
guys-
doing anything for him, bro.
Yeah. All those guys have been there forever. I think sometimes players do need a bashing though. Like I don't think you go to the press though.
Define bashing though.
Like in the change room. Like,
Bashing's a strong word.
well, I was just using the word that you guys used. I think they need to get
Like a stern talking to.
maybe sometimes a little more than stern talking to,
but not called out in the media.
not media. Like I hate when people go to the media and oh yeah, this guy wasn't good, or say the change room. Why do you gotta say it on the media? Say it to the media for.
Yeah, see, to me, that's a sign of a discombobulated changing room, man.
And it's also a way out. He's making excuses for something, like oh yeah, Lookman just wasn't a good penalty shot. Bro, who cares? He's your best player. If he wants to take you, let him take it.
You think?
Yeah.
And wasn't it just to tie the game?
No, it wasn't.
No, they were
getting killed.
getting hammered. I think they were like kind of mounting a comeback.
So
It was
what's-
to make it by 2 behind, I think, or 3 behind.
So like, don't expect a penalty to save your result, and it wasn't.
And he's like, he wanted it. He's literally been saving these guys week in, week out, and you can see the difference when they don't have Lookman and when they have Lookman.
Mm.
Like they kill teams with Lookman, and they get killed when they don't have Lookman. It's night and day when they have him and not. So to bash your best player like that, it's a little bit crazy. Do it behind closed doors in a more personal sense where you're one-on-one.
Mm.
But not to the media, man. I hate when people, even players, when they go to the media and start talking about another player or stuff like that. Hate it.
Just weak.
Weak.
So do we believe Ancelotti has like the highest belief rate between his players, or is there another manager that probably garners more respect?
No, Carlo 100%.
You're talking all time or current day?
Say modern generation.
Modern generation?
Because for me,
I would say Moo.
I was about to say Mourinho, bro. We're lucky Mourinho found a passion in football. Because if he didn't, this guy would be the greatest cult leader of all time, bro.
Low key, man.
Bro, the way he can command the masses is insane, man. Insane.
I mean, it's because he has the stern attitude with charisma. It's a dangerous combination. I
Wasn't-
love Mourinho.
Wasn't he the gaffer that literally destroyed Dele Alli?
But
No,
Dele Alli destroyed himself, though.
Yeah.
Mourinho also told him, hey, like you can be great, and nothing happened.
Yeah, that's on Dele Alli, though. He can't push him to.
So does it really matter what a manager says or says to you? Like, not for anything. Lookman obviously took that as
motivation?
kind of like motivation. Whereas Dele Alli, if a manager's telling me I can be the greatest player of all time, and I bottle it, and look where he's playing now, kind of thing.
I think he's at Como.
No, he doesn't play.
Some people just can't be fixed, bro. Like you could have the greatest therapist in the world, doesn't mean they're gonna fix your problems, right?
Comes down to mentality.
Yeah, it comes down to
Whoever it is, it can be a manager giving you praise or a manager literally throwing you under the bus. If you're a player like Lookman who can take that anyway and just look and move on from it and produce, does it really matter what your manager says about you? It comes down to the player.
It comes down to
themselves.
the player, how they take that. Obviously, I don't necessarily think the media is the right way, but obviously in this sense, like it worked, right? Like I don't like will Gasperini do it again? Probably.
Yeah,
Like he'll probably be calling out his players like crazy now that it worked this one time. But I don't know. I feel like the situation like that, dude. I feel like if you have that set penalty taker, you just gotta let it go.
Yeah, but
If you're
dude,
Lookman,
if you're set penalty taker now, look at what happened. This was it this weekend or the weekend before with Udinese, that player Lucca.
Luca. Yeah.
But he took it from the set penalty taker.
Yeah.
He scored, and what happened? What if he would have missed that now? And then
It would have been probably the exact
He
same
didn't
thing.
take it from the set. He got the foul. He got the ball right away.
But
Yeah.
he
Can-
wasn't the
can-
pen taker.
Can someone explain to me that Lorenzo Lucca situation in a format that Dave did when he was talking about the Sergio Ramos contract? Because I saw this on Twitter, but I don't know the full details. So can someone explain it to me?
You want me to say?
did
Okay.
you come
If you
ready
got it,
with
yeah.
the way David presented it?
No.
Okay, then.
What? Was I
I'm
supposed to?
joking.
So was ready with, okay, well, as he said, Luca got fouled. He got the ball. Then Udinese's coach was like yelling for Talavant to take it because he's the captain of the team. Even Sanchez apparently was telling Luca not to take it. He
A lot of
wanted
the players were even like pushing him, like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like don't take it. Like this is like Talavant just said whatever, blah blah blah. So anyway, it ends up Luca steps up, bangs in the goal, so he ends up scoring
To win the game.
To win the-
1-0.
He wins the game. He goes to celebrate. No one celebrates with him. Literally, he gets subbed off right after by the coach, and then I don't know. I mean, after there was a team pick, he was like the only guy like not smiling in the background. But they pretty much, I think that the coach came out and said, we took him off because he wasn't supposed to take that penalty, and he knew he wasn't supposed to take the penalty. The penalty was supposed to go to Talvin. He's the captain of the team. He's our penalty kick taker, and like what we have goes. I don't want people like going out of line and stuff like that.
So in that situation, let's say it was Lookman who did the same thing, and
Mhm.
then he scored the goal. Would they have subbed him off, or like?
No,
And now, what if Luca would have missed that penalty?
He
Then
probably would've got subbed
you
off.
lost 3 points.
Luca probably wouldn't play another game this year if he missed.
It's crazy.
Like Lookman's too good to bench. That's the problem. Like
So you think Lookman could have been benched
if he would have
they given another manager
no,
or given his quality?
he's not getting benched for missing a penalty.
It's crazy.
Like Luca, it's fine. Like he's a good player, but
He's not Lookman.
is he a game changer? No. So
Sometimes you gotta just do what the gaffer tells you.
Good point, man.
But speaking of game changer, I want to introduce a little segment. I want y'all to give me your player of the week. So this is from February 17 to today, February 24. Who are your guys' player of the week?
My player of the week, Neymar.
I was gonna say that, bro.
My player of the week is Neymar Jr. A goal and 2 assists in the Campeonato Paulista round of 16, and it wasn't just any goal. He scored a bloody Olympico, and the environment, the moment, the situation was insane because he's going to take the corner. The fans are booing him. They're actually yelling his ex-girlfriend's name, who was in the stadium watching the game. He proceeds to score an Olympico and sits on the sideline with the Cree celebration. And it's like, man, 3GA? How do you not give him player of the week? Neymar is back. That's my player of the week.
did they let him score the Olympico?
No. I would say it was pretty well defended.
Why was his ex in the in this field?
I can't decide her, extracurricular endeavors, so I can't answer that.
Yeah, I mean, for mine, I got, the Canadian Neymar, some would say. Man like Jaden, Nelson, I don't know if you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
remember him from TFC.
He played good.
He had a crazy run.
I
Right?
think I remember him. Yeah.
TFC went to Europe. I think he was in Norway, went to Germany for a bit, came back to Canada for the Vancouver Whitecaps. First game in the MLS season, obviously. First game for the club in the MLS. 3 assists and a goal. 4 GA in his first game playing right wing. Dude was absolutely tearing it up. Like, I haven't seen this kind of speed in time, bro. I didn't realize he was that fast, man.
Yeah, because we were playing in the mid.
I remember seeing a TFC playing mid, whatever. He was doing his thing, this and that. But there was one goal that he assisted, actually, where literally the ball was coming out for like a corner. Like, they cleared the ball, and like the defender was at the halfway mark. The ball's going to half. He's running out of his box, beats the defender to the ball, runs all the way down the pitch, squares it, bangs it. So,
Yeah,
dude, 4 GA in his debut game for the young Canadian player. A huge kind of like almost like I can do it to TFC, you know what I mean? Coming back to a Canadian rival and just absolutely putting on a show in his first game. For me, man, Jaden Nelson, player of the week.
Dude, he got called up to Canada's 60-man provisional Nations League final squad. So
Yeah.
congrats, Jaden, man. You're a legend in these parts.
60 is a lot, though.
It's a
lot of
provisional squad,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
But
It's a
shout out
provi-
Sholajimo, York United player, also got
Yeah.
called up as well, too.
Yeah, and also, Canada just confirmed 2 dual nationals.
Mhm.
Huge.
Promise David and Dan Jevison.
Bro, what
Wow.
what Marsh is doing behind the scenes, crazy, man.
Wow.
He's playing with-
cooking.
we're gonna be playing with 9 strikers up top, man. With all these strikers.
Dude, the striker options are, off the charts right now. So, man, shout out Jebo and shout out Promise David, man. That's a Vaughn Soccer Club product, man. So shout out to you guys.
Yep.
Yours was a good one. He had a great game. Even did the I'm Here celebration.
He did, which is crazy.
But mine this week was one of my best friends. Talked to him, pretty recently. Dominic Szoboszlai. He had a goal and assist against Manchester City. Could have had 2 assists, but one got called off for offside with Curtis Jones, another friend of the pod, one of Jay's best friends.
Good guy.
Yeah, he's been cooking at that number false 9 position. He looks like a different animal there. For some, they gave I think Falmouth gave Salah the man of the match for that game, but Szoboszlai had a higher rating, so fix that.
It's that PR, man.
Yeah,
but
he was awesome.
yeah, Szoboszlai, that's my player of the week.
Been cooking all season, man. To be fair.
Good friend of the pod.
Shout out Hungry,
Mhm.
man.
I can go.
Go ahead.
A good comeback actually from a player who's we've seen grow in the hot side, warm side of Madrid.
There's a cold side.
young
Is there a
baller,
cold side?
young baller. Made his move to PSG, wasn't cooking there, then made his move to Aston Villa. Marcos Asensio scored 2 goals to come back from 1-0 down against Chelsea, who Chelsea was looking good at the start. Great goal by I think it was Neves. But dude, to come back and in brackets, I'm gonna put Rashford in there
I was gonna
right
say,
next to
yeah.
him. Marcus Rashford in brackets because the guy has 3 assists in two games or 2 assists in 3 games, something like that. But just coming out big, Aston Villa looking like a strong team with these ballers, and some could say reject, some can say never really proven their talent on the route where it really mattered. But Marcos Asensio coming in, scoring 2 goals, good for him. I feel like he can do some good work at Aston Villa.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, man. I feel like he's a player that he doesn't need to play a lot to contribute. Like, he's one of those guys who can come in for like 30 minutes and score you that worldie off the bench, or kind of make that incisive pass to assist someone or lay it up for someone. He's just like a good squad player to have. Like, he's someone you want to have in your squad for those big moments, right? And like, dude, winning a big game like that against Chelsea, especially because I'm pretty sure like Chelsea and Villa like they're beefing, I think, in the table as well, right?
Yeah.
Competing for European places. So it's a huge 3 points for Villa, right? Especially if they want to be playing in Europe again next season. So yeah, it's a good one.
I want to say Asensio is the ultimate honeymoon period player. He loves these honeymoon periods where he plays like phenomenal, and then he's just gonna disappear. He's probably gonna go to the bench, be sold by Villa eventually, and
Allow him, man.
we're gonna talk about him again once he has his honeymoon period at his next club.
You're not talking about João Felix?
That could be him too,
I thought you were. Yeah.
but Asensio at this moment.
I think it's just tough for Asensio because he plays like a winger role, but he's not a winger per se on paper.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
when he was playing at PSG, like you're not, and even at Real Madrid, like you're playing with wingers, right? You're not, and he's not super quick. He's not gonna be players 1v1. It's same thing with PSG. Like he's coming into games where just garbage minutes. He's not playing that same role as Dembele or Barcola, going down the way and beating players, doing some trick here and there. Whereas I feel like he's more like an inside inverted winger where he can play off the side but kind of create through the midfield as well.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just tough, and I feel like he's the right team for him.
Yeah.
So far,
We'll
so
see what
good.
A
happens.
little bit of Spanish flair for Mr. Emery.
Yeah, a lot of Spanish players in that squad too, actually.
Speaking of Spanish flair, Quinto, who do you got for us?
I was gonna say Rashford, but since that's been taken away from me,
It's not taken away. You can still
Just
do
go.
it.
Push it in.
no, that's dead now. I'm gonna go for another Man United reject that somehow every time people leave Man United, they seem to ball out.
They can't
Anthony.
they can't do it where it matters, man.
Anthony
This
balling
toxic
out
club.
at Real Betis.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got a red card.
That's why.
But if you guys saw it, it wasn't. He didn't even touch the guy at all. It was crazy red card actually. He's actually gonna miss the Real Madrid game. So a lot of people are being, getting cheese, bro. This guy is on fire. He's gonna
Advantage Madrid, man.
Dude, everyone say, yo, Madrid got lucky, but Anthony's not playing.
Low key, man.
Maggi scored a hat trick. That'd been crazy. But yeah, Anthony's been balling for Betis. Him and Isco have been linking up a lot. Like Daniel said about Asensio. He's a winger, but he likes to cut in a lot. And he saw it by his goals and his assists. He's cutting in and just either scoring or chipping in, sending a through ball through. And again, another player that left Man United and seems to be doing well. Sometimes you just have to leave those situations where you can't fit in. Like he doesn't fit in that team. The formation, the coach, the players around him. Sometimes the best fit you think is not, and sometimes going to a lower team, you can say, is the best fit for you to ball out. So
The answer is
Shout out Anthony, man.
sometimes the bag isn't the answer. That's
Man. Would you guys I think like Anthony is like a baller or something?
He's
I'm sorry, I could only judge a player from what he's been doing on
You're
the field.
playing in
and
a
what he's
weaker.
doing
You're
is-
playing in a weaker league against weaker opponents when it comes to compared to the Premier League. First of all, you can't do it where it matters most on the big stage. Obviously, if you fuck up in Betis, it's okay. Like nothing happens. You're gonna obviously get hit hard when that shit happens to you at United. If you were to do this exact moment as he did this weekend at United, get that red card, buddy, that guy would have been like thrown off the bus or would have been stoned if it wasn't for anything coming out of that stadium. Because first of all, you're on the opposition's half. Why even going to that tackle to begin with? Secondly, that player didn't even look behind him. So for him to fall at the exact same moment that Anthony missed him, he definitely touched him. The linesman was right there. But just for Anthony, like sometimes these ballers, okay, they score a goal here and there. They just don't think to cause that tackle to give your team a red card. Sure, you scored a goal here and there, but where it matters most on the big stage, you can't do that shit.
You sound salty, man.
Yeah, I hate people to say they can't do it at United, but they go to other teams.
We're watching it
Real
happen.
Betis, okay, Real Betis, and then you're facing who? Are we facing Mallorca, like week in week out?
So is someone like Angel Di Maria not a baller because he was doing it against weaker sides in La Liga, but when it came to United, he couldn't do it?
couldn't do it.
I want to hear.
So he's not a baller.
When he was playing at Real Madrid, a lot of these players play at Real Madrid, come from these bigger teams. Okay, they look big because of the players that are around them. But when you're the big player coming to a side where maybe the team around you isn't the strongest, you don't tie your shoes up and play at your level and maybe make your team better rather than your other team making you look better.
What about for Benfica?
and for Juve.
Benfica what?
Smaller players around him.
Juve what? They're playing in Serie A. When was he playing
He
there?
played pretty damn good.
What? How strong was that league when he was playing there?
2 years ago.
It wasn't 2 years ago.
It was literally 2 years
No, it
ago.
wasn't 2 years ago.
Might have been more than 2 years ago.
It was not 2 years ago, man.
Like 3.
Either 2 or 3, whatever. What's the difference?
Nah, man. These guys couldn't do where it mattered, and the time that these players were playing in the Premier League was a strong league.
What about Lukaku?
Lukaku was good. I didn't think he was doing bad.
He was good at United.
I don't think he
He's good
deserved.
at
I don't
United,
think he deserved to leave United.
What about Alexis?
Sanchez too. He couldn't do where it mattered most.
But he did in the
Arsenal.
Prem.
Yeah, but the team that he had around him in Arsenal, I feel like was
What?
better suited for him.
Okay, so
But-
does not the same situation go for Anthony or for other players that are United that leave and somehow do better?
Anthony's just stupid too. I just the way he his playing style.
What did he do to you?
He's mad that they
Buddy,
they
the-
spent
this
almost
guy-
100 million on him. That's what they're
Yeah,
mad at.
I am mad at
too.
that, 'cause
I'd be mad too.
You think that's a good
100%.
purchase?
No, it's not.
So then why would I be mad about it,
I'm just saying you can't go. Then he's not a good player.
dude?
He's not-
The buddy's doing fucking circles on the pitch.
I don't know
Oh,
if he's
it's
not a
at
good
United.
player, man.
He doesn't do that
Exactly,
anymore.
and he's a good player.
I think he just
He
had
didn't
a
learn.
hot
He's doing
streak right
tackles
now.
on players on their own
scoring
half.
goals. He probably has more goals than most of your players.
He had like a couple goals. Like I think
He has 3.
Actually,
3
see-
goals and I think 2 assists or 1 assist.
You see, Hojlund's on house arrest. Not house arrest.
What are
Oh,
you talking
not
about?
house arrest. Sorry. Apparently, United fans hate this guy so much that they hired a hitman on him, and he's on
Watch.
yeah, house watch, whatever. Player
Witness
watch.
protection.
Witness protection.
Bro,
Yeah.
what's the source on
What?
that, bro?
Bro, I have it here. Hold on.
Don't trust everything you see on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, you.
Okay, this is good.
Hold on.
Wait. Get ready to say the story. Did you guys hear Man United fans put a hitman on Hojlund? What happened?
Okay, so
What?
Rasmus Hojlund has been put into close protection in recent hours by Man United after fans have been threatening the star with via Instagram direct messages. There's also rumors. Oh, what just happened? There are also rumors that a hitman has been sent out for Hojlund, but it has not been confirmed.
Is
But
this
It's crazy to think that these guys are hiring hitmen for the players because they're not scoring.
He hasn't even been that.
bro? Is this like how Arteta was hiring like a pickpocketer to pickpocket Arsenal players so like they stay on their guard? Is this like the same situation? What's Amorim cooking,
Probably
bro?
the same source, bro.
That's
Good,
crazy.
maybe
man.
Amorim's doing the same thing. I would do. You wouldn't do the same thing for Vlahovic?
I mean, he was good last game, but like, yeah, I'm still selling.
But look, we applaud ballers here, man. Anthony, he found his joy back. So shout out to him. He might get called up by Brazil this month.
Damn,
He's
that's
been doing pretty
tough.
good.
Damn. Yeah, and
Brazil's
I heard
the
you want
mud.
him now too. I saw.
No, we don't.
I saw
That's
it on
fake.
Twitter. Mota
Fake
wants
news,
him.
man.
Mota wants him for the right
Fake
wing
news.
to replace Conceição.
He'd be good on you, man.
Fake news.
He'd be good sick at Juve.
No, you wouldn't. And
You
we're
think he could do-
we're literally buying Conceição.
He's a Serie A player, I
He'd be like a
think.
Douglas
No.
Costa.
no.
Same vibe. bro.
No.
Brazilian left
Bro,
foot.
you don't understand how
Same
good
vibe,
Douglas
bro.
Costa
Look,
was.
I love seeing players get their joy back. So
Speaking of getting their joy back, I don't know how no one mentions this as their player of the week. I don't know if it was too obvious, too much of an obvious pick, but Monsieur Kylian Mbappe, Lotin, hat trick against City in the Champions League. How are we not talking about this? Man was emoting all over the pitch after he scored every goal, bro.
yeah, man. Look,
That might be the best one, but
like
A little late.
he's doing too much, man.
I've been doing too much.
He's disrespecting the guy to his face.
good.
So
Man,
he's him.
he looks like a Ninja Turtle.
So
I wouldn't laugh at a man's face like that. He looks like a cartoon.
If you look like a cartoon and you're one of the best players in the world, you're
Jay doesn't
allowed.
look like one right now.
you're talking like a cartoon
Like
character.
bug catcher Zinho over here, bro. Nah, I'd be scared of Mbappe too, man. He's coming for that La Liga top scorer. He's coming for the Ballon d'Or. He's
Who
coming for
doubted
the
him?
Champions League. He's coming for the La Liga
Someone did.
title. It's gonna be scary, man. Because obviously we knew it was Mbappe's team, but I think now it's confirmed. I haven't seen Vinny in weeks.
Actually, no, he had a great game.
I haven't seen him in weeks.
He had a great game.
You scored.
If I was Real
Something to
Madrid,
do.
I would accept the $350 bag that any Saudi team is offering for Vinicius Jr. right
So would
now.
I.
$350?
Million.
Mil.
I'm
Sorry,
sure it's
mil.
million,
No,
yeah.
that's not. It's probably euros, but like
$350 be crazy.
350
I would
mil.
accept that too. No.
You wouldn't do that?
Yeah.
No, 100%. I would if I was.
I would
making
literally,
that
I would
money,
literally say goodbye to him right now and literally toss Rodrigo in his position that he deserves,
man. Yeah.
and probably get the same outcome.
Probably
not better.
let's go
So why
buy somebody
didn't they?
else, bro.
No, they could use Goulet. Why can't they use Goulet? Brahim
Poor guy
Diaz.
too.
Goulet
Goulet
doesn't
hasn't
play,
seen a
bro.
minute in the last like 9-10 games.
Yeah,
They got players that could replace him. Goulet's still young.
That's not.
Yeah,
yet
but
crazy.
like Vinny plays in big games, man. He has the
For
resume
Brazil.
for
That's a
Madrid.
different
He
story.
has the resume, and Ancelotti said after the game, man, he saw a different hunger in Vinny
good.
during the game.
He
so.
realizes it's not his team anymore. He's
No,
gotta step
I
up.
still think like Carlo Ancelotti sees the team as Vinny's team.
That's a lie, bro.
No,
You're lying through your teeth.
I'm going off of what I see in Ancelotti's pressers,
You don't be watching the presses, though, bro.
but the quotes come out.
You're not watching the Real Madrid press with
The
that jersey
quotes
on.
come out.
Maybe with the bucket hat.
He might be
God.
like he might be like fourth in line for his team, bro.
No,
To be honest, man.
not according to Ancelotti.
I think Jude's ahead of him.
He's in the lineup every game.
I think Valverde's ahead of him too, bro.
Bro, he plays right back.
Exactly, bro. He's got
Dude,
that.
that
He's
guy-
got that passion for the team.
I
man.
saw this this one tweet or something about how Zidane like just unlocked this team with the players that he's picked and developed.
Mm.
Because it wasn't for him. Like he got rid of Odegaard.
Mhm.
I think they were playing the same time. He literally said, "Okay, Odegaard, we need you. We got Valverde." And if it wasn't for that, Valverde wouldn't be playing for Madrid, or maybe he wouldn't be the player he is today.
It's gonna be a Celta Vigo or
Zidane,
something.
Saw
Zidane,
that,
like
actually.
not for anything. Like he has the team, he had the talent that he played with, but he also had the vision. Some young baller, bro.
Did you guys also hear that supposedly he was juicing?
Who?
Um,
Vinny?
Valverde?
Well, he
Supposedly-
wasn't
supposedly
juicing. It
during
came
the
out in
game.
news, yeah.
Pardon?
It came out in the news that he like was
Yeah.
taking injections.
supposedly in the news he was taking injections to play that game against City. He really wanted to play. Obviously,
Okay, not
the,
juicing,
the
man.
other right back.
It's a little different.
Bro, Suarez takes injections every game.
Yeah.
No,
Ramos mentioned it too.
Diego Costa was taking horse tranquilizers in his
Yes,
heyday, bro.
He needed that.
I don't
No,
know
I'm
about
not.
that.
I'm giving props to him.
was.
Like for him to be doing that.
Oh,
Like
dude.
he didn't have to play the game.
It's passion. bro.
Nah, and you
It's
have
passion,
to.
man.
For a player like Valverde to be missing in any position he's at, he's still a huge impact on the team.
Especially
Even
if
if he's
they didn't have
playing-
Vasquez, I
Man,
don't
you
think
put the
they
guy
would.
in that, he's still going to do more impact than any other player on the pitch.
They had no right back, so it's like he knew he had to step up. Like he said, you know, juice me up, give me whatever you need. I'm playing this game, and I'm dude. He took on who was playing left wing that game for City. Whoever it was.
Was it Savinho?
Was
Marmouche.
Marmouche playing?
Mar-
Was it
Marmouche.
Marmouche? Marmouche was playing up top because
Striker,
Haaland
yeah.
didn't
Oh
play.
yeah, you're right.
But it would have been
Probably
Savinho,
Doku.
maybe Doku, dude, but
Dude.
someone who's a tricky player.
I'm sorry,
You know what I mean?
watching this game this week in Liverpool City, Doku is so linear, and
not good.
Savinho is so overrated to me.
I agree.
Bro, Doku had like 12 dribbles completed against Trent alone, bro.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. He can dribble past Trent. Once that happens, the game's over. The play's done. Trent can just literally like give him the side. He'd walk down if you want. Go to the 6-yard box, 18-yard box. What? That's it. Van Dijk is gonna stop him every single time. He's so stiff that you know where he's turning. You know, we all know already. Trent can defend. It's just crazy to me.
Trent looked like he was like allowing him to pass by him.
I think
Yeah.
it was probably like part of the
He
plan.
was.
Slot's probably like, yo, Trent, like just let him go by you, and then Virgil's there every time. Like,
Yeah, recover,
Yeah.
and then didn't he assist one of those goals?
Who?
Didn't Trent assist in a goal that game?
No.
No, Shabozlai.
got
Szoboszlai and then Salah
I think
assisted
it was the
Szoboszlai's goal.
offside. No,
But I think he probably played maybe a pass up
It was
up
one of
to
those, yeah.
to Salah or to one of those guys up top.
Yeah, he probably got the hockey assist.
Yeah.
But no mention of Lionel Messi for Team of
Hey,
the Week as
man,
well,
the
bro.
guy- the little
Had that
brat.
crazy goal in the CONCACAF Champions Cup where he took it down the chest, finished it with his right foot in like what minus 17-degree weather. Who thought man like Messi would be playing in those conditions?
Nah, no, you're right. You know what? New segment. I'm gonna give him Aura of the Week.
Or of
He
the
had
week?
Aura of the Week, dude. Dude, that fit he had in the cold.
Yeah.
He had the neck warmer on. He had like a 1-2 glove, the leggings on.
That's
I'll
good.
give him Aura of the Week for sure.
And then also the game
Such a
over the weekend
glazed
against
praise.
NYCFC, bro. This guy was beefing with like the other team afterwards. This guy was pinching the guy's neck
Yeah.
after. Like I'm like,
that's
what's this guy
Aura.
doing?
That's Aura. Yeah, Aura of the Week, Lionel Messi. We'll do that every week. We'll do an Aura of the Week. But for this week, it's definitely Messi. Bro, I haven't seen a picture that hard in like in years. When was the
Remind
last
me-
time you saw a picture that hard? I haven't seen a
Hendrick.
picture that hard since like R9.
Hendrick.
Reminds me of the golden days,
Yeah.
bro. The hair, the flow.
Dude, the
I miss
flow
that flow,
and
man.
the neck warmer, bro. I've never seen him in a neck warmer.
Well, supposedly neck warmers are banned, but they allowed him to wear it.
He's got aura, bro. They saw him warming up with it.
Well, they're not gonna say anything.
We
to him.
can't tell him to take it off.
Yeah.
We can't, dude. He
Who's
looks-
gonna tell him?
He
Not
looks
me.
too good, you know. Like they're us like, nah, okay, you can keep it, Lino.
No, but like what Matt said, what he did against was it
NYCFC.
staffer, NYCF staffer, grabbed him by the neck, pinched him,
Good.
walked away, and said, "Yo, I'll meet you outside." What's Messi gonna do, bro? That guy should have walked to Messi.
Get against
Who's
bodyguard,
stopping
bro.
Messi?
Yeah, you know that it's not
It's the
gonna-
bodyguard.
He's coming with me.
Yeah,
Luis Suarez,
100%.
bodyguard, and Busquets and Alba. They're all gonna be there. They're gonna swarm him.
It's the bodyguard, exactly. So Messi's acting like a little brat right now. He knows he's like, yo, come to me, come
He's
to me.
always
You're not
been
gonna
like
get to me."
this.
No.
Yes?
This is next level. This is
He's
next
always
level.
been like PSG days. He's been like that, and late Barca days. He definitely was like this.
He didn't have a bodyguard back then. I think this is worse.
Nah, he still
But
had his
he, do-
bodyguard.
he doesn't play it up for the cameras though.
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
Argentina he does though.
Maybe.
That's because he has like bad influences around him.
Yeah, Argentina like he's next level. Like, he does it every game because he has DePaul, Paredes, all those goons around. But yeah,
But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to the audio listeners as well, because you guys are the backbone of this podcast. But yeah, man,
Man,
that's
shout out a specific audio listener.
hey, you get shout outs every week, man like Diogo, man like C's. Appreciate y'all as
I'm gonna
always.
shout out a new audio listener too. Shout out Anthony LaFleur,
Mm.
consistent audio listener. We love you over here.
legend.
But yeah, man, that's that.
Beauty.
You know who we are?
We're the culture. Yeah.
Ciao, boys. With that, we
Culture,
out.
baby. Ciao,
See ya.
ciao.
Peace.